Hello there boys and girls, my name is Rapskilian and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about something a bit more positive than we usually do on this channel. We're going to be a bit more positive this time. We're going to be complimenting an actual game or platform this time. And that platform is Xbox One. Now why am I being positive to Xbox One? You might be asking. Am I going against the grain of the zone? Am I trying to be outside the cool zone and now popularizing the PS4? Whatever. No. I think credit is due where credit is due, and that is the reason why I'm talking about Xbox One today, is because they recently released another update for the console which gave us the ability to play background music during games, and that's something that I'm really excited about to have, because I had fond memories playing Project Gotham, racing around the Nuremberg track during my lunch breaks during school time, and just listening to cool music, just zoning out, just having a great fucking time. And also playing Condemned, listening to some heavy rock music, you know, getting pumped and ready for action, ba-bam, ba-bam. And it's just a very, very cool thing to have. And there's a lot of cool things that was added to it also, but currently the biggest thing that probably been added for the US and UK is Cortana. Now Cortana is like a little assistant thing, and I won't go into much detail about that because it's not really interested to me, but it's there. It's another thing you can use with your headset instead of using the Xbox One to get commands, launch apps, and make things in bloobity blob blobs. It's all a part of the UWP, the Universal Windows Platform, and that's another whole conversation that people like to have. But also they redesigned the game parts where you have your game list. They made it more defined. They made a more easy overview. You can customize the size of the tiles so you can see how many games you have there, and also change the store up a little bit again. What they generally do with each update, they try to improve the store platform and also your game and everything and so on. Which the thing that I really am excited about is the language and location settings update. So I am a person that lives in Switzerland, but my main language is English. But if I want to use the store from the Switzerland, I have to put my console into German. I don't want to play my games in German because I generally enjoy the original works, you know, voice acting, because I don't like German voice actors. Not that I don't have anything against them, they're just not up to par with the original voice actors which made the game, which were in the original game. So, and I just like playing games in English. That's just my forte, and that's what I like to do. But for the longest time, we couldn't do anything. You couldn't play your games in English and have your location set to Switzerland because of the regional lock and blah 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 blah. Now the recent update changed that, where you can change any language you want and any location you need it to be. So if your Xbox gamer tag is located in, let's say, the Ukraine, but you like to speak English, then no problem, it can be done. It can be done, and that's really cool because we, the community, and this is not a big ass part of the community, but a small part of the community, was really asking for this update, because for that particular update, because, you know, if you, for instance, if I want to stream my games, like I recently purchased Red Dead Redemption and I wanted to play in my bedroom and then have my Xbox there, I couldn't play it in German. I couldn't play in English because, well, my console had to be set in German and I had the German subtitles and all that kind of swoopity foop pops. But now I can do that, and that's really cool, and I'm really excited about that. And also, of course, Play Anywhere is being launched with this whole update, and I find that's really cool. Now, why am I talking about these patch notes? Because I feel like Xbox is really pushing itself into a better direction. Ever since Phil Spencer took over the console's development and also became head of Xbox, he's really been pushing it back to the gamers, and that's something we need to see and something we need to recognize as a community of gamers. We need to stop being pessimistic towards Xbox. It is not E3 2013 or something like that. I never remember when it was released or announced. It's done. That whole thing what you guys hated about the Xbox is gone. It's disappeared. It's done into fucking foopity foop pop up air. And it's amazing what the Xbox has been doing recently. Now, this is not me being fanboying, okay? Honestly, I don't like being called a fanboy because I'm a gamer in general. I love to play all things. I have a Nintendo Wii U, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I have everything, but I usually play my PC because more games cheaper. Yay! Steam sales, love it. But is it just please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've realized that something with the PlayStation 4 that's been consistent is they've never really updated the UI. It's always been the same since launch. Maybe small tweaks here, added a few features there, but the generalization, the general dashboard, if you want to say, it's always been the same, and I felt the game selection screen has been quite not overview. You don't have quite a big of overview of what games you have, and I've never been a fan of the UI from the PlayStation, but I like the game console in general. It's quite fast, and everything's good about it, but I feel like Sony needs to improve in there. And I've seen a small vocal community inside the PlayStation community who have been asking for the same thing which is being done on the Xbox. Please give us more updates, either UI improvements, changes to the store, new features which can be previewed. And I think Sony started the same thing which Xbox has been running for quite a while now, because Xbox has this Xbox preview system where you could test out different new preview betas and all those kinds of things, test out before the new UI gets launched, so you can beta test it, and that's a really good idea. And I think Sony should do the same thing, and I think they are doing the same thing if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me in the comment section below if you want to. Not forcing you guys, but you have the opportunity to do it. Go ahead if you need to. And PlayStation 4, and it's sad for me, in my opinion, because I've just before I made this video, I started up my console and I looked at the UI of the dashboard from the PlayStation 4, and I felt it looked similar to since I bought the damn console. And that's sad. And I feel it needs to... I feel like once a console, or anything in general, be it console or human or whatever it is, once you stand still, you stagnate. Once you stagnate, you die. And you become less interesting for me as a user because, like I said many times, my attention span is very, very, very short. And that of a butterfly, or a hummingbird, or a very, 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 very cute bear, which is creeping into your house and stabbing your family to death. Ha ha ha, damn joke. But seriously, guys, I think it's a great thing that Xbox is doing. And I hope that Sony would learn from the competition and start doing the same thing for their users. Not just giving us free indie games every month, but seriously, the last few games on PlayStation and on Xbox, games with the golds and PlayStation Plus, it's been really bad. It's not that great. But anyway, that's just me being picky. But anyway, guys, what's your opinion on this whole thing? I'll leave a link in the description to the patch notes from the Xbox One. And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being blind. I don't know. Maybe I've missed something on the PlayStation dashboard that has changed. And if it has changed or hasn't changed, what is your opinion on that? Please, let's have a conversation as usual in the description, in the comment section below. I love your faces with a bit of pie, and I'll see you boys and girls next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Love faces with a bit of pie.